Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. This is Jeremiah's JMan with JMan Speaks, coming to you live and direct from our world headquarters here in the Rock. This is RLC. We don't stop. We don't stop. I'm bringing you 18 Fridays to ask the experts anything meaningful Fridays. Today, we are talking about ChatGPT 5.0. We're talking about agent mode. We're talking about connectors. We're talking about something else that's really good. Hold on. Agent mode, connectors, branches, as well as tasks, which is kind of like agent mode as well. All right, so if you want to follow along, first thing you're going to want to do, oh, thank you, Gregory. First thing you're going to want to do is you can open your GPT, right? Open your GPT if you want to follow along. I have put my AI chatbot in the comments. So if you're watching this live or on the playback, you go there, you're going to do chat GPT 5.0 help. Okay. GPT 5.0 help. GPT 5.0 help. And that's going to give you the Google Doc to follow along. You're going to have to give us your name and email and phone number to get that. But then there's also a whole bunch more features that you can take advantage of with our AI chatbot. Absolutely free. Never going to charge you again or for the first time. Okay, so where do we want to begin? We're going to be sharing our screen. Again, follow along if you'd like. If not, you can do this later on, but this is going to require you to have at least a ChatGPT Plus account. Please stop asking me if you should pay $20 a month for one of the most greatest technological advances our world has ever seen. $20 is well worth it. Okay, so let's go over here to the presentation. There we go. Okay. So first thing I want to do, boop, I'm going to hop over here. Actually, I'm going to come over here and go new chat and go like this. All right. So this is your account may look similar to mine. You got chats on the side, right? But you want to go down there right here where you see it has my name, right? I'm going to click that because that's going to go into the settings. There's a couple things that you need to make sure that you have turned on, because if you don't have them turned on, then none of this may work for you. Okay. So let's go in here and we're going to go right into settings. Okay. And then typically I would want to do this every couple weeks because this changes seriously all the time. And they don't send you a notice going, hey, we changed our interface and this is where the setting is and this is what you need to make sure that it's toggled on. Right. So you can change your accent color and all that. That's fantastic. Auto detect in your languages and even change the voice. I like Juniper. She's
Hey
my
there.
favorite.
I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up.
Right. There's a bunch of other ones, male, female, different accents and such. Okay. Notifications. This is when we get to the task feature that I'm going to show you. You're allowing it to push notifications to you, right? So make sure that that's toggled over, but also with the tasks feature, which I'll show you, like I have it run a task for me every morning where it'll get the AI news, it'll get Buffalo Bills news, it'll get stuff related to the New York Mets, things that I would scour the news for, or maybe read a newspaper if it was 30 years ago. Then it does that for me and then condenses it into a nice digest, condensed information. And then it also has key takeaways. I do Rochester news as well, trending social media content. But once it's done, I set what it's going to do and when it's going to run, and then it sends it to me via email. So I can just open my email, read it that way, or if I'm in ChatGPT in the morning, which I'm in it all the time, I can go in there and just read it. But you want to make sure you have that toggled on. Okay. Personalization, which this isn't right. I don't like how they call it personalization because you might skip right over this. So I'm happy that we're talking about this now. First thing you want to do, custom instructions on. Okay, we've talked a lot about this. We're not going to go into this too much today, but make sure that you go into this and what should they call you? Sure. What do you do? Right? I'm a dynamic speaker, company. I tell it everything about me. But then this is a newer feature right here. What personality should ChatGPT have? I have default, cheerful, and adaptive. Some of you will like cynic better, critical and sarcastic, robot, efficient and blunt, listener, thoughtful and supportive, or a nerd, exploratory and enthusiastic. I might change it to nerd. I like nerd too. Nerds are cool. And then what should ChatGPT have? What traits, I mean? engaging, right? This is based off of my brand voice and personality. I've copy and pasted that in. So I had it learn my brand voice and personality. If you want a prompt for that, put brand voice in the comment, and I'll just reply to it. I have a whole Google Doc that'll help you figure out what your brand voice and personality is. But we're not going to get into it today, okay? But you see how it's a lot of information. And then additionally, you could go through here, but do more than that. Chatty, witty, straight shooting. Like, don't half booty this. I want you to go all the way and make sure all of this is the best that it can be, because this gives you really good outputs that sound like you. That's what's important. All right, anything else ChatGPT should know? I strive to be relatable, down to earth, and authentic. My brand voice is conversational, motivational, educational. Again, all from my brand voice and personality. I have core values in here. I value family, fun, and fitness. Believe in building lasting relationships that drive long-term success. As a speaker and a trainer, I aim to empower individuals. Okay, enable for new chats. I'm not changing it, so I don't have to save it. The memory, make sure you're referencing saved memory, referencing chat history. And then for my instructor, trainer, speakers who might be watching right now, Greg, Jeffrey, right? We use this a lot for demonstrations, right? For students, participants, viewers. And so I want to make sure that I come in here every once in a while and make sure that it's not remembering things that isn't about me, right? Because like here it says, is creating a LinkedIn strategy for a real estate agent in the Palm Beach. That's okay, because I did that for an agent. But if it said JMan is an agent in the Palm Beach, Bal Harbour area, I got to go in there and delete that, because I don't want to mess up my own content that I'm creating, even though I'm creating and demonstrating quite often, if not on a daily basis. Okay, so manage the memories there. And then this is newer here. Look at this. ChatGPT may use memory to personalize queries to search providers such as Bing. And then record mode, it references the record history. That's when you're using voice mode on your mobile device. There's a transcript and all that. It'll do that. Now, this is very important. Let me say this again. This is very important. And to highlight it, we're bringing out the air horn so you know that it's very important. Okay. I've enabled these connectors ahead of time, okay, before the live stream, obviously. But you're going to need to go in here and go browse connectors, okay? I don't use Dropbox that often. Man, I can't tell you. Box I haven't used in maybe 5 years, but I might add Dropbox to it. But and maybe Outlook Calendar. But the way I have it set up is my Outlook calendar actually gets copied over to my Gmail calendar. So having the one calendar is perfect for me. I have one Gmail account that's in here. I have my Canva account that's in here. I have one Gmail account, my primary, that has the most Google contacts in there. And then I have my Google Drive that's tied into my Google Workspace account, because it has unlimited. It wasn't a limited drive. I think it's only 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes now. But it has a lot of stuff in there. Okay. And then Notion, my Notion account is in here. And then I have my Outlook email is also connected, because if you don't do this first step, you're not going to be able to do all the agent mode and task it to do different things that I'm going to show you, right? I can't say search my email for tasks that I need to follow up if it doesn't have access. I can't say, hey, I want to reschedule this meeting with Carolyn that I missed last Friday. Find the meeting and find me a 30-minute block in my calendar for next week. And these 2 days aren't good. Okay, so you have to make sure to do that first. It shouldn't take you a long time if you have your login and password saved on your computer. 30 minutes tops. Okay, but make sure you do that. Schedules. Schedules is the task feature that I was talking about earlier. But here's what it has if you ever want to review. If you do this often enough, you ever want to review exactly what tasks you have running, right? So on a daily basis, I have search trending social media content. At 2 p.m. today, send client reminder emails. Ooh, just schedule that. I have to make sure that that's part of the demonstration. I want to make sure that it doesn't send that out, because I don't know where I'm going to review it first. Get Buffalo Bills news, 5 a.m. every day. Review my to-dos, 8 a.m., right? So you could actually have it remind you of your to-dos from yesterday and then have a chat with it and say, okay, I got that done. Here's some other things that I need to add, right? And ongoing, depending on how you do your to-dos and your tasks, you could do that. And then summarizing AI news. Okay, what I have paused are search for Weehawken, New Jersey news. This was just a demonstration that we did in one of our sessions, and reply to inquiries. This one, I'll get New York Mets updates. I do want to resume this. Why did you stop that? I don't remember. I think I did it for a demo. Okay. And you see what it's done in the past. Could it get me the best listings for the day? I don't think though, because you have to quantify what a best listing is. You could say, show me just the new listings that have hit the market in a certain area. I imagine that would be easy enough to do. But we're also getting that. You could have it do search my email for, if you have a client and you have people on a client gateway, or if you have searches that are set up automatically through the MLS, it could search your email for that and then give you a summary of all of your clients, all of your clients, all of your clients' listings that meet their criteria. If you have more than one buyer that you're working with, that would be valuable. I like that idea. Okay. So we have the connectors. That's what we want to make sure that you take care of first. Now, you see up here, ChatGPT. I like to put it on auto because I don't want to tell it, her. She's a her. She identifies as she, her, or her pronouns. Chatty G. I don't want to decide whether she should answer right away or think longer. I'm just going to do auto because I really don't know. Okay. Now, initially, when 5 was released, that first week was not great. It was not performing well. And so other people were like, I'm going back to 4.0. Hey, that's what you want to do your thing. Okay. That you still can. But I'm going to go auto and then show you what I did here. So I move all the way up. I said, summarize my most recent email. And it's really going to be the email from the Gmail that I have connected. Because I think I did this before I connected my Outlook. So then it might ask. Okay, here's the latest from your inbox, plus 2 clean meeting options for next week and ready, right? 2 meeting times next week, draft a reply and ask for approval before any action. Okay, that's one of the prompts that I'm going to give you, but it's just a sample prompt. Give it a try. Okay, so most recent email, because I had logged into my Notion, Notion.so account on a new device. I have a new computer. It sent me that email. So that was the most recent email this morning. Okay, and then it looked at my calendar and said, okay, 2 meeting times next week, Tuesday, September 16th, 3:30 to 4, or Thursday, September 18th, 12 to 12:30. Okay, open between morning and early afternoon sessions. These avoid your existing blocks like element sessions and office hours shown on your calendar. Boom! Dude, you know how much that alone, it's like looking at with multiple calendars. It's like, and making sure that you don't miss a thing. That's can create some anxiety. Okay. Perfect. So then it said draft reply, pick one or I can tweak. If the login was you, if the login was not you. Just for demo, I'm not going to even reply to this. Not necessary. Okay. But then I said, this is a real life thing. I missed a meeting. I didn't really miss it. She missed it. But reschedule a meeting that I missed last Thursday at 3 p.m. with Carolyn Russo. I want to give her 2 times for next week. I only need 30 minutes, but Wednesday or Thursday aren't possible. Okay, got it. I'll prep the reschedule note to Carolyn and line up 2 clean options that avoid Wednesday, Thursday. It found 2 options. Both fit your calendar and steer clear of your blocks. Draft email ready to send. It drafted the email. Now, there isn't a connector currently for Zoom. So what I would do is then go into Zoom, create the meeting, and then paste the meeting in here. And then it can send the email for me. Could it categorize all my GPT chats into folders by topics or projects automatically? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't want to try it. I think you should try it because if I don't want it to do that for me. Okay. Um, but give it a try and let me know how that goes because that's good. Um, okay, so that's the first thing. That's just something simple. And then the next thing I wanted to do, because that was my Gmail's connected and my calendar's connected. So I'm like, let me test out my Google Drive. Something that's in my Google Drive. If you're like me, like I am hyper organized with my Google Drive with folders and subfolders. But the thing is, sometimes I don't remember where it is in all of my folders. I'm like, well, I was thinking that would be in my JMan resources. That's not there. And then I got to go searching for it. So what I did was, wait, not that one. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. So many tabs, so little time. All right. So I said, read my top sessions of 2025 PDF in my Google Drive and tell, I didn't even use complete sentence. Tell me what sessions I have that contain AI. Okay, got it. I dug into your final copy, JMan's Course Catalog 2025 PDF. It's exactly how it's named in the Google Drive. And I didn't name it exactly right just to see if it would pick it up, and pulled every session that explicitly centers on AI. AI identity, yep. Me, myself, and AI, yep. AI chatbots, yep. Digital avatars, yep. Lights, camera, AI action, yep. Dude, this is so good. Association AI amazing tools, social media and autopilot, smart chat, smart growth, AI chatbots, association education. Okay. Your catalog even labels AI sessions block in the table of contents, confirming the focus areas. If you want, I can turn this into a one pager to send to organizers. No, that's okay. What about my speaker bio for 2025 from my Google Drive? Dun, 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 dun. Let that work. Okay, I'm going to come back over here. And here, let me just show you what I'm sending you so you know what this is, what we're doing here. Prompts for ideas for agent mode. Number one, inbox and calendar system. We talked about that. Second one is going to be competitor analysis and deck creation. Okay, want to just mess with this. So I said, research my top 3 competitors in Pittsburgh, New York, extract their pricing, unique features, and marketing style, create a slide deck summarizing the findings with visuals, include 5 slides, overview, pricing comparison, marketing style, strengths and weaknesses, my recommendation. Okay, so then it did all this work. But I want you to notice I did agent mode, okay? See right here at the bottom, you have to make sure, and this is where in my research it was saying agent mode, like really the stuff with the Google Drive and the calendar, that's supposed to be agent mode. Like it's going and doing things on its own, but I didn't toggle agent mode. Here I did because I wanted to test the differences. And so here, I'll show you on another one. Okay, right here. Go agent mode, there's 39 left. Okay, my anniversary date was today. Look at that. Okay, I got 39 left because I did one this morning. So more available on October 12th. So what I would do to like maybe not try, you don't try not using the agent mode on the toggle, like clicking it like that, because I didn't do it here and it worked. It did all these things. But here with it went and did the work and looked up my top 3 competitors is pretty accurate. Well, the top 3 people that sell the most in this area. I'm gonna go all the way down. Okay. I don't want to name the people. Okay, but it says pricing. Another 3 publish above listings on their website. Pricing, but they have context. Competitors, sellers will bring up people offering compensation for less. There's a flat fee MLS, right? You know, There's no standard rate. All compensation is negotiable. We're doing this for demonstration purposes only. All right. Marketing styles and unique features, right? This company, Prestige Media Partners, heavy emphasis on high-end visuals, brand polish, and worldwide referral search. This company, one-stop stack plus 100% money back guaranteed. That's important for me to know if I'm going to go on a listing appointment. And then the other team, okay, and what they do. They're team-driven, big team, do a great job. They do a lot with social media, so they say multi-channel presence, right? So here's it created the PowerPoint now, okay? But here's my recommendations to win Pittsford. I love that. We shall win Pittsford, right? Positioning, local luxury powered by AI and storytelling. Own schools, village, and canal side lifestyle with micro market briefs and cinematic listing stories. Offer design, there's transparent, flexible fee menu. Okay, moat weekly expectation, email to sellers, moat around. You get it? Oh, I like that. And fitness, wellness, match your brand to make you unmistakably Pittsford authentic. If you want, I can tailor the pricing slide. Okay, here's your completed slide deck on top of the 3 competitor analysis. Did I download that? I thought I already downloaded one. Hold on. I'm not going to read all these but recommendations for me. Positioning, differentiate yourself. Pricing and strategy, offer flexible fee tiers. I'm not going to do that. It'd be full or more. Marketing innovation, implement AI-driven chatbot for buyer leads and invest. Communication, introduce a structured expectation email series. I like that. Sponsor local events, integrate charity. Yeah, perfect. Now, I bring this up. Hold on a second. Come on, why are you looking so funny? Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on. PowerPoint. Okay, here's what it came up with. Top competitors overview, price line comparison, marketing style, strength and weaknesses. Okay, that line's obviously a problem, but shoot, it did it by itself in record time. Okay, let's go back over here. Not that one. Wrong Chrome. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So it did that. What else have we done? Next. And this again, I'm going by this sheet here, live report from Drive documents. I did this already using my Google Drive connector, right? We found the files. But then I said, review my calendar, find tasks coming due this week, create a spreadsheet listing task name, due date, and suggested next action. Okay, I haven't checked on this to see what it did, how it did. But, oh, notify when there's an update on your tasks. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow it. Okay. Task name, 18 Fridays. Ria, Coach Huddle. Did we have that? Oh, that's next week. Okay. Spreadsheet ready to use. Client reminder email template. I scheduled your reminder. This is so good. So good. And then it tells you what it used. So you use Google Doc, you use Google Drive, you use Google Sheets. All right, I think we're wrapping up. I just want to show you the last thing. It's going to be branches. Yeah, baby. So I had this. This was an email campaign that I created for waterfront buyers in Long Island, North Shore waterfront. No, North Shore, Long Island waterfront home sellers. Okay, so we created. Look, now it's going to be notifying me. I'm going to turn that off. That one, I don't like that. Okay. The view that's hard to leave, right? So I had this campaign set up. And so what I did at the bottom of the campaign, here's your branches. Many times in a chat, what do? We're like, oh, you start talking about other things, especially me. ADHD, I'm in a chat. I'm like, beep, 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 right? So you go like this, branch in a new chat. And so I branched it into a new chat, and I said, it just takes it, the information that it has, and it starts a brand new chat. And so I said, with the new chat, right, it says right here, look, branch from Waterfront Home Seller Challenges. Make a post for LinkedIn that's more formal and professional. Here's a polished LinkedIn post version of the email campaign's core message. It's formal, professional, but still empathetic, perfect for establishing you as a trusted North Shore waterfront expert. And I'm going to say, give me one LinkedIn post that for each email. So I want the emails to kind of tie in, and post for that complements each email of the campaign. Now watch, do another branch. Companion post, I like that. Let's do another branch. Boop. Branch a new chat. Boom. Starts a new tab, starts a new chat. Okay. And now I'm going to say, create an Instagram posting content calendar that complements each email of the campaign. Make it a table that includes an image prompt. So it's taking all the information that it knows from this previous conversation. Waterfront Home Seller Challenges, an ideal client profile that we created. Now, I'm not going to use an agent mode credit to show you this, but here's the next step of what you could do. Okay. I'm going to go agent mode like this. I'm going to say, using the image prompts above, create all the images for my Instagram posts. Okay, if I click that, it's going to do them all. Like, this is just 8. I did this with a bulk create, right? I created a whole spreadsheet of 30 posts that I wanted to do with on Instagram. And then I went through and I said, okay, using the table above, create all the images. And it went through and created them all. Let me see. I might be able to find it. Maybe. Do we have any questions? Cinematic image creation. Here we go. Watch this. But it did do, look, all these. Because I kept doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or 13. I don't know how many are there. And so I told it to do that, right? Using the CSV, create all the images that are under the image prompt column, make sure that the photos are photorealistic as if I took them with my high quality camera. Do you understand? Right? Sometimes I want reassurance before, especially agent mode, if I'm using credits, to make sure. Okay, they had 10 unique prompts in the file. Now, when that's all complete, very quickly, and you could do this with the presentations. If you're going to create a presentation, again, for my instructors in that, you're creating a slide deck. You say, what's the content on the slide, but then also give me an image prompt for that ties in with the content for each slide. And then have it create all your images. Man, I waste so much time finding just the best image, right? Like, I have an idea of an image in my head, and I'm like, oh, I can't find it. I used to have to go to all these different sources for royalty-free images for my presentations, but now, piece of cake. All right, but here, go to library. Here's where all of the images live. So it makes it really easy. You just go like this. Download, 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 right? These are the images that I use for my thumbnails for this live stream I'm doing in line with my brand colors. Download, download. Okay. So to summarize what we have done so far, my friends, if you're just hopping on, what you want to do is go to the comments. You'll see a link that'll take you to my AI chatbot. Okay, it's like jman.bigbrainchatbot/embed. Blah, blah, blah. Click that. Okay, you're going to need to opt in, name, email, phone number, and then you're going to want it to say GPT 5.0 help. And you're going to get all of our prompts and everything that we've talked about today, along with like some tips and tricks to help you with that. So make sure first thing is to do the connectors. Then you can test out with agent mode or without agent mode, because a lot of that stuff seems to work without using the agent mode directly, and the branch feature. Okay. Oh, wait. I almost forgot one thing, the tasks. Let me go back. I'm going to go back real quick. The tasks feature. So if you're listening, if anybody's, is anybody there? Give me one task that you want me to do on a, not me, but you want ChatGPT to do on a daily basis. All right, here, I'll go like this first. Create a new task. I have one. Thanks for not contributing. You don't need to think longer for a better answer. Okay, you got it. What should the new task do? I want you to search Rochester news every day and send me what's relevant as a real estate professional. New developments, rehab of properties, big projects, companies coming in, etc. And anything else I have not mentioned. Okay? The more details, the better. I have not mentioned. Companies. The news and how it's relevant to me and the potential content I can create and share to help my audience / clients. Okay. What would we do without spell checker? Badoop. Oh, it's going to ask me when. I didn't tell it when, right? Every day at 5:15 a.m. No, I'm going to say 4:30. That way I can have it read to me while I drive to the gym. Thought for 34 seconds. Here we go. Okay, here we go. What's a timpani roll? Oh. I'd like to do it every day. It's at 8 a.m. I'm going to say. Okay, that's done. We don't have to sit here and watch it. Locked in. Boom. Locked in. Boom. I'll deliver your Rochester real estate news brief every day at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, folks. Well, thank you for tuning in to 18 Fridays. This is Jeremiah's JMan Monero. JMan Speaks. It's been my pleasure to share with you all of the things. If you learned one new thing, tell somebody. What's the chat need to say? What do you mean? Andy, could you just reply to that before I log off? What's the chat need to say? If not, I'll answer it in the comments. All right, Jeremiah's JMan Monero. JMan Speaks. Make it a great day. And I had to mention Bills. Go Bills!